The season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.
All right, my people, welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the coach's desk. It's second night of the weekend triple treat. And I trust that everybody is doing well and everybody is doing all right. Well, go on. Everybody all right? Yeah, man, we are here, man. We are here. You understand? And we are here to talk about what Pep and Man City did in today's Champions League, along with, what is happening with our central midfielders. You understand? So it is what it is where that is concerned, and we'll be having a discussion. So people, please remember to like the video, share the content, subscribe to the channel if you're new, so that you can become a part of the coach's desk. What would I say? Community. Yeah. All right. So let us sort out some business right here. Let me fix this. So Pep Guardiola going a bag of things to them, man. Not vintage, not what you'd say. The type of play that the fans would want to see, but the job was done. Yeah, man, the job was done, and that is the greatest. The job was done. Yeah, man, the man now win the title, man. And that's what he came to City to do. To win the title. And it occurred. Yeah? So kudos. And I know the debate is going to continue, people. Yeah, man, I know the debate is going to continue. Who is the better? Who is the best? You understand? But big up to everybody that is on. I see you have Monagad in the building. Big up yourself, Monagad. Extreme. 9 away and me alone like the video. Yeah, man, people, like up the video, man. Rob Smith, what go on? Big up, coach. You're going hunting. What kind of hunting, Rob Smith? I don't understand. I don't understand what that means. Extreme, yeah, man. Tell them. What you say, them lucky? Lucky in football, man. Alvarez winning World Cup and Treble in same season. Mad thing. Finals are never pretty. Exactly. So, I don't know why case I said them lucky. It happens. Yeah, man, it does happen, and you really have to say, even though it might look like it's an ugly loss, it's better than a pretty win. Where's the Rob Smith? Anyways, people, the line is open, the phone line open right away though. So the debate has started again. How great is Pep? You understand? And Man City created little or nothing throughout the game. I guess people are going to say that Pep Guardiola overthink again, He didn't have his sort of football that you're used to. Fluidity, creativity, and the whole works. You understand? So I guess things didn't go the way that they wanted it to go in terms of play. But at the end of the day, 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 the man get the result we want. A lot of people say Pep overthink. A lot of people say Pep cannot win without a Barcelona. The man got a City. Go shred it. People are talking about Ferguson now. Say he's better than Ferguson because he used one season to do what Ferguson did. Took like a whole lot of years to do. I mean, I think Pep is a genius still, not genius coach. I think he's a very good coach. But yeah, man, you can't argue the result, man. The man win. Inter played smart but didn't take the chances. And that's the nature of the game. Coach as a City playing cup competition this season. Just Inter defended well, like expected. So there wasn't a lot of space for a midfield. Yeah, of course, you know that an Italian team is always a tough team to defend against. Doesn't matter what type of football you play. They're always a solid team defensively. Any team from Italy. You understand? They say Pepper Dan Gargan. Yeah, man. He said all of the haters of Pep now, see it there? All who believe Pepper now, big coach. The teams with the most money. Boy, yeah, you're going to hear the money cry now from KS and others. Let us see if Manchester United have a lot of money and them now win. Yeah. United have a lot of money there now. Chelsea spend the most money. What have they won this season? You understand? United spend a lot of money over the past few seasons. My team, and still can't win anything except a mug to burp some gas. You understand? So when you talk about spend money, a lot of teams have money to spend. You have to pay homage to the coach. You have to pay homage to the coach. You understand? So you cannot look at it talking about any team with money. Enough team have money and no win. So we can't look at it like that. Right, Case? Mount Pleasant have money there. We see where it go now. Make we see where it go. Mount Pleasant. Make them no win now. And you go see if I'm money talk. You get what I say? Yeah, man. Yeah, man, I saw the thing said. So I forgive Pep him kudos. The last time they had a huge game, it was said that Pep overthink and all of that. No, Pep win. You hear about money talk. And that should not be the case. Exactly, Lolo. You have to give the man respect. The last time them losing a Lolo, you hear say Pep overthink. No, the overthink argument now coming today now. Yeah, hear the money argument are coming. And last season did have money. They had money last season and them never win. So the case, the argument, then are really strong for me. But look how long Manchester United get them money. Manchester City get money. And look how long it take for them to win. In KS, Liverpool won a title a few years ago. Liverpool now have no help of money. That I mean irrefutable. That can't that I'm refuting it now. I'm refuting it now. So I mean it can't be irrefutable. Chelsea have a bag of money. Chelsea spend a bag of money and them can't win none. So you talk about people with money. Big investment in a Chelsea squad and them can't win. Yeah. You have to give kudos to City, man. Have to give kudos to City. You understand? There's no two ways about it. Whole heap of kudos to City. You understand? The management staff, the team, the players. I heard that Pep cannot win this league again. Can get him chance and he miss it. And the I don't even think that they were up for the treble this season as much as how they as much as he wanted the Champions League. I think he wanted the league as well to defend it, but especially how hard pressed they were by a Arsenal team. You get me? So I think they wanted the Prem, not the Prem, the Champions League. Pep really want to prove his detractors wrong, you know. Because a lot of them believe that, because Lionel Messi, I've heard talks of him not winning any more Champions League unless he has a Lionel Messi. You understand? And he has done it. And when him do it now, they are finding different excuse. Different excuse. Blake, I guarantee you that if City had lost, you wouldn't have said that Inter Milan was lucky. You would have said that Pep choke and Pep overthink. Now that he won, Unu said they're lucky, and Unu said them have money. It has nothing to do with the coach now, you know. But typical what you'd say? Typical haters. And see case at it again. City won the case. Which team you support? Extreme say Chelsea blue is London's real blue. We will be back. Oh. Can't win Triple Crown and call that luck. Thank you very much, Lolo. And you can't win Triple Crown and say the team won it despite having arguably the greatest manager football has ever seen. So me can't understand. Listen, I'm not a City fan, you know. But you see, when it comes on to objectivity, that is me. City are my noisy neighbors. I will tell you now that when City are play against United, them not at the end of the day, we know their worth. They're a good team. So if you are going to say City won despite Pep KS, that is border on being, oh my God. So every team will play this. Hey, just when Liverpool come and play a ball, everybody say, a clap to this and a clap to that. So why when Pep do it with his team? Why when Pep do it with him team and a Pep, it is the team winning despite having him? Come on, man. Oh no, give the man him roses while he's here, no, man. Give the man him roses, man. The man win treble. I wanna say a luck. Of course, Lulu. Even know it's the real deal, Lulu. Can't win treble and call it luck. Yeah, the man I say again, he's a Spurs fan. Who follows Spurs? But you have to recognize greatness when you see it. Yeah, big up, Shernet. It cannot be luck. The man win the Prem coming from, I don't want to look a bug side choke up, you know. And them choke, that is not even City's fault. A them fault. You get what me I say? But you can't say the man no good or the team won despite. Nah, man, that not sound good, KS. Hear they know. Jose a better coach than Pep. How? Extreme, you have to tell us how, you know. All right, see Rob Smith get philosophical there. Tell them Rob Smith. Rob Smith gone philosophical now. Mm-hmm. Wanna give man a break, man. Give the man a break. Why it's so hard to recognize what someone has done? Why is it so hard? Come on, man. If we're gonna give credit, let us give credit now, man. Can't no star. Can't believe the man them a fight against Jose Marino, who is one-dimensional. Oh my God. Eames, big up yourself. It could be that, but they would have put themselves in the race to be one of the powerhouses. But I mean, Chelsea is not one of the European powerhouses either. And people rate up Chelsea. Who is at Chelsea? People rate Chelsea. So why not City? Come on, man. If you say Pepe man, them no rate. Chelsea spend money for win titles. All right, Chelsea buy titles. And I thought about Jose Marino better. Yo. Jose Marino. Jose Marino. Yo, on the talk thing as how it for talk now, man. Jose win championship with a team outside if the top 5. So put some respect. Hey, listen me now, man. Them buy trophy Jose Marino at Chelsea. Or not come tell me nothing. I buy Chelsea trophy them. So why if City buy for them trophy too? Them have them money, make them buy them trophy. And then buy 3 trophy this season. One never stop them. One never go a front line. See Chelsea try to buy them way back and cut them and could have spent till a week. They weren't able to buy those trophies this season. Wanna put some respect on Pep name, man. Wanna have to show the man respect. If you don't like him and you're objective in a football reasoning, you would know that this is a very good season for Pep, and this would have solidified his hold as one of the greatest, if not the greatest, coach or manager of all time. Me know same win. Me a talk about Chelsea, Rob Smith. Chelsea me a talk about. You gonna a Porto. Me no know same win with Porto, brother. And that's how Jose Marino make him name, you know. All right. You saw the people them stay now. Jose Mourinho win it with Porto and probably our next team. I'm not sure. I'm not remember. Seeing? Nobody has said that. Since Mourinho greater than Pep, why nobody has said Mourinho can't win back the league or the Champions League? He has not won it back since. Nobody knows that, you know. But Pep win it with Messi, and them say because of Messi. Him not win it that year, that them say him choke. Him not win it that year, them say him overthink. Now him win it, them say him have too much money to spend. And them say him not better than Jose Mourinho. That was when football never evolved, Rob Smith. You know, see, he run past Mourinho. Football not run past Mourinho. Yeah? Oh no, hey, on a rate Pep, you know. On a rate. Pep cannot be greater than Jose Mourinho cannot be greater than Pep. No day, no time. It no matter who him win with. See man come at a city and build for him on a team and win. Where is Lionel Messi? Over at Inter. Miami. On a stop the bias. See, Shernet says she's a Chelsea fan, but I have to give Pep him ratings. If you love football, you know, but if you just hate a team and hate a coach, you're not going to be objective. If Pep never managed that team well, they would not be this successful. At that level, you will not win despite the manager. The manager is the captain sailing the ship. All right. Wanna give Graham Potter this City team and tell me if he can make them win. Can get a formidable Chelsea team and can do zim with it. Who did it? Who motivate the team? Mr. Alex Ferguson used lesser team and win titles. Even the last one he won. Look a flimsy team, the man. What not talk, sir? What have to rate the coach? Europa final and can't beat Sevilla. If you're a big coach, why you not beat Sevilla? Sevilla. Come on, Rob Smith, man. You can't put Jose Mourinho and Pep in a same bracket. Rob Smith. There's no way you can do that. Or there's no way you should do that. You can't put Jose Mourinho and Pep in a same league. You have to go up to Ancelotti, man. And Alex Ferguson. You see me I say? Pep. Jose. No, sir. And you see the hypocrisy of this argument now. Jose Mourinho, when he went to Chelsea, or when he went to Porto and win, I see him players them him get from Porto. See him players them him bring over from Porto. If you can work at Chelsea, Carvalho and them man there. And can win title with them. Seeing? And then him buy a Drogba and them man there. But nobody now talk about Jose Mourinho when him do them something. If Pep do it, Pep by Haaland, Pep by Kevin De Bruyne, and everybody don't have no problem with Jose Mourinho. But as Pep did, don't have problem. We don't leave the man alone. Look on Graham Potter. Them got Chelsea and him buy tons of ball of him. Where is it? Where are they now? Every coach have them style of play, and there are certain players that fit in them system. Jurgen Klopp bought players to fit his system. Come on, man, on the reason you think objective, no man. City on my side. City on my rival. The noisy neighbors. they'll forever have that title. But Pep Guardiola came, he saw, and he conquered, winning the treble. You know how much coach want to win treble? Then my hog no beat Sevilla, but Rob Smith I say put some respect on Jose Mourinho name. So why never beat them? Since him a big coach. Where's the ears? It's like trying to reason with a brick wall with some of these people. Me know, man. I just eat, you know. But we have to beat the 8 out of them, man. We have chat Sir Ames. We not stop put fire them kin, man. I didn't say Porto win is not an incredible win, Rob Smith. I didn't say that. Yeah, man, Pepper coaching royalty. But people don't like royalty, you know. United are behave like the quiet neighbor. Nah, man. When you are the good neighbor, man, you always have some noisy neighbor, nosy neighbor, you know, man. Yeah, man. Where's that team now in a year? Oh, but 10 now in a year. So what you say? Actually? That don't make no sense. Yeah, man. The hog now the year though. Them scrape the year off of the hog. Ah. Hey, me I tell you, though. Hey, I one thing, you know. You see when football fans don't like you, it no matter where people say, they will not change your mind about not liking that person. So if you don't like Pep, it no matter what me say, I will not change your mind from liking Pep, not liking Pep. So as Ian said, I waste my breath. But I don't waste my breath. Because if you talk, you don't waste your breath. It's a Pep season. Hold on. But we're not talking about Jose Mourinho. We are talking about Pep. So why you bring in Jose Mourinho? Fix up that statement then in your comment, Rob Smith. We not bring up. We are talking about Pep and what City do. And to the people them they don't want to recognize Pep and Manchester City, they start talking about Jose Mourinho, led by Rob Smith. Rob Smith. Come on, Rob Smith. Both coaches are legend. Pep is a legend at Barca, Bayern, and City. But we have to remember Jose's work at Porto, Chelsea. Hey, don't Natty Congo, don't bring Manu in a Pep in a what has Jose done for Manu? Hey, if you stop it. Give Pep him ratings. Hey, Rob Smith, are you cause this Jose Marino debate in the thing, you know? Oh, him come up in the conversation. Hey, listen me, man. Rob Smith, you rate Jose Marino and I quiet when I hear a boy. I hear a boy, man. Go on do your thing. I hear a boy, man. Go on do your thing, man. But me just tell you have to put some respect on Pep's name. You can't deal with the boss, man. We have a special guest gonna join us, Special guest coming in shortly. Special guest coming in shortly. So, well, I don't know what the special guest is gonna add to this conversation. If it is anti-Pep or pro-Pep. Let us see. Let us see. Two Manchester team in England has won the treble. Alex the Great and Pep the God. Hey, that. Oh, jeez. Here you know. So I know Pep or Haaland. Oh, Lord. I bet you them did lose when blame Pep. In extreme, if them did lose when blame Pep. But when them win, I know a coach. Okay. I see. I hear you. No, man, Haaland coach himself. Haaland coach himself. Haaland coach himself. Different note, coach. Do we have to fly to Austria to see the squad? Only last night, so for those hold on before to see squad, man. I don't know. We know the pan a yes. The man they never hear Haaland say him did nervous can't done. Pep is among the greatest of coaches the world has ever seen. It is difficult to win football games now than in prior times. For this team to complete the treble in this time, it's remarkable. True. Big up yourself, true legend. Extreme Bramble, like, yeah, man. The maga roast breadfruit. Big up yourself, Eddie Vision. Post-game interview, him said him did nervous, but said he felt the weight of the game. A big game. Big game. So, of course, all right. Eddie is saying that, Coach, United Treble was better with that comeback in the final. This game was boring. Yeah, of course it was. But a treble is a treble, though. Yeah, man. People say Johan Blake world title was a title because Bold Fall started. And that is so true. But it is still a world title. You can't take that from off his resume. You can't take it off his resume, you know. Cannot take that off his resume. Yeah, man, the special guest has arrived. Fly down from London into the coach's desk studio. Welcome, Cranky.
Coach, good night.
What?
I'm trying to connect my system here. It's giving me some challenge, but I'm good.
Okay.
I hear you discussing Pep and the Champions League final. I was disappointed in Man City's performance, I would admit.
A lot of people were.
more dominant performance, and that didn't materialize.
No, but Cranky, you see, if we were expecting that against an Italian team, then I think our expectation was greater than what we believe would have happened. Because an Italian team is not just a team or walkover. It doesn't matter who you be. When you play against an Italian team, you have to show respect. And I think that is what transpired today in this game against Inter Milan, Man City. You weren't gonna expect to see a fluid Man City, a lot of creativity, because this Inter team would have smothered them, and that's exactly what happened. So,
is it that Inter smothered them or Man City played below their ability? They were nervous, was very obvious. Players like Rodri were shut up themselves. The only person who looked really good was John Stones. The rest of them looked ordinary, actually. The goalkeeper looked ordinary. I mean, he made some good saves in the last part of the game. But if you think about the game and chances created, so Haaland got one, which Anana saved. Foden got one based on a run, and they scored, right? If you look at Inter, when Edison made a bad pass and the player didn't have any composure, just lobbed the ball over the keeper head. When Martinez got away on the left, when Kanji made a mistake and allowed the ball to go to the keeper. And then Lukaku missed a goal where, Coach, you could score that goal easily. And if you miss that goal, Coach, I would be very disappointed in you if you miss that goal. If you miss that goal at this point in your life, I'll be very disappointed in you. So if you look at the game in its totality,
I'm not a Lukaku.
No, you're not. I would exactly. Exactly. He's looking, but he can't see, because how you head that ball to the keeper when the right side is wide open is beyond me. That means they panicked, right? Like Martinez panicked.
So he was nervous too.
I think the magnitude of the event suggests that everybody was nervous. If Pep says nervous, and he's been there, done that, then everybody's nervous. I thought Inter played really, really well. And frankly, I said this on another podcast because some friends of mine were doing a watch along in England of the game, which is, I hope Arteta was watching the game and realized that there's a way to play Man City, which is Spurs have beaten them like 5 times in a row or some crazy number like that. You got to play counter-attacking football and start your press just over half line. Don't start your press trying to press Edison because you're not going to get the ball. So therefore, if you start just over half line, you cut the field in half. The lines between the space are pretty closed down, right? You're closer to the players. And one thing which Man U does really well with Man City of late, in the last 2 games they played on, and which Inter has done, is cut off the supply line. Cut off the supply line, then the ball can't get to Haaland or to the wingers in good positions. You have a good chance to win the game. But they got to be congratulated. They won. So what are you going to say? Regardless of what happened, they won the game. But I walk away saying this could have been so different, and the narrative would have been different. We wouldn't talk about great Pepe. We could talk about Pep as a choker.
Me I say no cranky. If them they lose, you know, they would have said Pep choke or him over thing. Now him win, them say money. Them say not him. Them say Haaland. Them say none to say Haaland. Them say the City team. And they would have had money for the past few seasons. And them still never win. So I couldn't money.
So here's the thing, coach. It's all of the above. So why I say that? So Pep has never managed a team that's not well situated, doesn't have abundance of resources, doesn't have great players. And the reason why people knock Pep is because Klopp seems to have taken less and done as much or more. Pep went to Bayern for 3 years. They dominated the Bundesliga, couldn't win the CL, and as he left, they won, which suggests that he had made a challenge, even though players swear by him and his coaching methods. And there's a difference between being a good coach and a good manager, especially a good game manager. How you prepare for games and how you manage intergame, which is how you manage the game while it's in duration. Versus I can put a good system in play. I can leverage my system when I play. And then I have the players that fit my system. I think Pep is like Arteta, by the way, because Arteta to me is an atrocious in-game manager. Very good system. Can identify the players that fit the system. But when it comes to pivot, when you face adversity, they struggle. So here's the question, Pep. Why didn't you play Kyle Walker today?
I don't know.
And Walker probably has been the best right back in the Premier League. Play all the CL games. Make Vinicius look junior look like he can't play football. And he was on the bench. That's why people talk about his tinkering. That's why people question his tinkering. But Akanji almost gave away the game today, by the way. Yeah,
but no, he won. Is that the same?
Yeah, so he looks
argument?
like a genius. He looks like a genius. So there's a fine line between a genius and a failure, it appears.
I mean, we as fans, Cranky, we love the pretty football. We love enterprising football, entertaining football. And to know that we didn't get it, we are going to squeal about that. However, tactically, I mean, we can't say he got it right because he won. But when you look at the grand scheme of things, it was a game of luck on both ends. And that is what football is about. So they say favor, our fortune favors the prepare. So each team then did prepare, but I just saw the script right. City have to win.
I think to reach the Champions League final, you have to be good, right? People underestimate Inter. If you don't get a Champions League final, you have to beat the number of good teams, even though they had a good draw, with Milan and those teams. But you have to be good to get a Champions League final. And it's always a cup game, and anything can happen. The ball is round. Anything can happen in a cup game. It's not a 38-game season or a 40-game season. So he won. He'll now be lauded as a genius. Man City people will be happy. The noisy neighbors to Man City will not be happy. Those noisy neighbors that reside at Old Trafford would not be happy.
No, the noisy neighbors will be happy.
No. The noisy neighbors are the ones in Old Trafford.
No.
You're a noisy neighbor. Wait. You're missing the point, coach. Alex Ferguson called Man City noisy neighbors. But in essence, the way things are today, The neighbors are the ones who are not winning anything. They're just making noise.
No.
Anything substantive.
I wanna.
You want a Bush League
Hey,
Cup.
listen. Remember now,
You
you know.
want a Bush League Cup.
No, remember now. It's not a Bush League. Remember now.
You want a Bush League Cup, coach. You want a Bush League Cup.
Well on, Cranky. Remember now.
You want a Bush League Cup.
I have a cup or a mug to drink some tea, Cranky. But all I can say is that gas are gonna kill on our hostel over there. Because we don't have no cup, no mug. We can't drink the tea. They hot mint tea out on the hand in a Cranky.
Yeah, I know. We prefer not to have a cup. A cup we can't pronounce the name. We don't want a cup.
No, man.
We don't want a Bush League Cup.
Me not have no gas. We not got no gas over United. We not got gas. I got kill no.
The noisy neighbors have a little Bush League Cup, and Man City have 3 big cups. Man City have 3 big cups.
No, man, a wine glass and them sitting there, them have, man. Them have wine glass and then something. The fact of the matter is that me can't drink like a tea same way. So any gas come board, me drink like a tea.
But no, money talks in a coach, because think about it. When Man used to dominate, they had the most money, right? Even though they still have a lot of money, they spend it poorly. When Chelsea came in with Bromwich money, they dominated.
Mm-hmm.
Man City came with more oil money, they dominated. And our expectation is that in a few years, when they lose the Spurs strings at Newcastle, when they figure out how to set up a structure where they can say they advertise for themselves and agree with FIFA, with UEFA rules, they will also dominate. So it's who has the most money in Europe dominates, whether it's Bayern or Real and Barca or Juventus in Italy. If you have the most money, you dominate Juventus.
It's not only the money alone, Cranky, because Chelsea spend a lot of money there. And then
Coach, don't talk about one-off situation, coach. We're not talking about how much sustained dominance. So Chelsea spend a lot of money, but they have a new owner who's trying to find his feet. When Abramovich came in with his loads of Russian, illicit money, he dominated for years. And then Man City came with their money, and from they bought Robinho and they bought the Yayas of the world, they have dominated. And even though Man U has money, they don't have City money. That's one. And what happens is this, coach. When you start winning, the best players want to come and play for you. If you have a great manager, if you're winning, you have great infrastructure, players want to come and play for you.
Yeah, but
the players, any players they want, they can go out and get them.
But United spend a lot of money for the past few seasons,
and they buy circus players like Anthony. They buy players who go around a circle and can't figure out where the goal is.
Yeah, but I mean, Pep Guardiola bought a Kevin De Bruyne, who was thrown away by Chelsea.
Did Pep buy De Bruyne, or was he bought before Pep? He may have been bought before Pep. He was bought before Pep, actually.
I think I am by him, man.
No, I think he was bought before Pep. Sterling was bought before Pep. I think he was bought before Pep. Remember, Pep may have sanctioned it when he was coming in, but he was bought before Pep. I think he's been at City 8 years, and Pep has been there, about 6? I think he was bought before Pep. But regardless, he gets a chance to buy the best players. Haaland, he only paid 50-something million for, right?
Mm-hmm.
He paid, 56 or whatever for Haaland, who's valued about 150, 60. So you can get the best players when they come play for you. You can pay them a ton of money, and you're winning. Everybody want to play for a winner.
So what happens to PSG money?
Because people don't want to play in a Bush League, coach. What are you talking, coach? Somebody want to play in a Bush League.
So I can't have the money then.
No, but coach. People
Bayern have a lot of money, and them now win not the champions.
Nobody want to play in a one-team league, coach. Coach, you're missing the point, coach.
Yeah, so you can't tell me some money then, Cranky.
No, it's money. No, coach, listen to this, coach.
And a Pep carry Kevin De Bruyne there. I'm sure that, Cranky.
I will check on that, but I thought he was there a year before Pep, but he may have been.
And a Pep carry.
I can't recall him coming there before Pep, actually.
And John Stones.
After Pep. I don't care him coming there after Pep. I thought he came a year before Pep, or at the same time Pep came, but I don't think he came after Pep. But Pep sanctioned the John Stone buy, and he sanctioned the Sterling buy even before he went to Man City. I'm sure they consulted him before they went there. But no, if you have the most money, coach, you have a chance to win.
Win which league?
You guys are not good. You're still in the top 4.
Win a domestic league.
When you domestic league, Real Madrid have the most money, coach. That's why them always a win. That's why they better the Galacticos. They go buy the best players. first of all, where they play is great because the weather is great in Spain, the environment is great, and the money is great. You can't beat it. Nobody want to live in. I don't know. I'm not sure why people go to live in Manchester, that dreary, no sun, wet, rainy place. I'm surprised people want to go win there. So it's overwhelming that the football and the league are so great where you go play in Manchester. But everybody want to go to Barcelona or go to Real Madrid because the weather is beautiful in Spain. And the money is good. Good money, good environment, good team, place to be.
Hey, me a laughing at cranky because we just meet up on an article where Rudolph Speed said he couldn't call nobody because they not on the phone.
Yeah, he said that. I heard him on management program today on the phone. But I wonder who's gonna call him tomorrow to come to the game because they're not on the phone. He won't be able to reach him to come to the game.
He want to tell them from before.
And how did he reach them when they came to play the semi-final? How did he reach them? In telling them before every game is?
Yeah, they know that they have much, man. When they not on the phone, we call them. We want a sample, though.
And he said he was busy and they had no phone.
Yeah.
So he couldn't make the media day. They're just, look, I mean, they have a right to be perturbed that their stuff was taken inappropriately. And I think the organizers have something to answer for because the way they describe the situation doesn't make any sense to me. There's some collusion occurring. But you have to, as a senior person in the JFF and a person running a football team, you could at least use that forum to express his displeasure at what transpired versus boycotting. I'm not sure that's the right approach to take, given the seat he occupies in the football community. He has to set an example and show that he can overcome adversity and still keep his dignity and still be a professional. So I don't think that's a good thing.
Yeah. All right, so I think we have exhausted this. Pep, we know it will come back up. Some more argument will come up in the comments.
Nah, him win, so coach, you have to get a man credit. Him win, coach.
No, me give him credit, you know. All if him phone hook up straight, you know. I credit me, I give him still, you know, because I am objective.
Are you giving Speed credit? Which one? You giving Speed credit?
No. Speed
credit in phone. Because if phone battery was run out, you know. If phone always run out. If he has a phone problem, whether it's stolen or the batteries run out or it's not charging or something, it's a problem with phone. You see, use telepathy, communicate with Speed and his people.
Yeah, but midfield cranky, the Reggae Boyz.
Jamaica?
Yes. You think that you believe that we have a midfield issue, or the quality of midfielders we have they are not sufficient enough?
So if you look at the team holistically across the board to all the players that we have, it's been a position that we're not all comfortable with, given who we have available. I have said this numerous times. I think coaches have to be creative about how they deploy their players, right? So if you don't have enough midfielders where you're weak, you compensate for it by maybe playing three at the back, or you transition some of those players you think have certain capabilities to play in midfield. And I've always used the Iwobi and Joe Linton as examples where by chance they got put in midfield and they're good footballers and they've played there well and have staked their claim in that position. So why can't we think about other players who may have certain skill set that maybe can transition to midfield? Maybe one of your left backs, maybe one of your centre half, who are ball playing players. Like you see a John Stone look today like a midfielder, even though it's a centre half. You have to sometimes experiment in training and see if anybody could fit them all. Right now we have what? DJ and Russell as the two midfielders. Do we have anybody else that stand out who may be in the 25?
Well, I've seen some clips of the Free Youth.
I've seen some clips too, and let's just say I need to see more. I'll be nice. I need to see more.
Yeah, me too. To be honest,
I don't watch YouTube clips anymore. They are very biased in how people provide perspective on those clips. So
because they're gonna put
see
out
somebody
the
beat
best.
2 people and then the clip disappear and you want to say what happened to the ball? What was the ultimate outcome? Right? I want to see outcomes on those clips and I'm not seeing outcomes. So the only outcome you see is somebody score a goal or great assist. You don't see when they lose the ball or something like that. So no, I don't see enough of him to say he's the solution. And let's see if we get any game when Messi join. I'm sure that team will change. Messi would probably bring in different players. They're going to bring in more players when Messi join.
So with the whole notion of us wanting to win the league, which is a Gold Cup, you think the middle of the park is formidable enough to assist us in reaching that?
I have
target?
one answer: no. It depends on which team Mexico and the US bring in on Canada. It always depends on how they view the Gold Cup and how strong they are. But even so, nowadays they seem to have so many players that's coming through their ranks that doesn't matter who they put out, they still have strong teams. So players like Balogun would probably want to go make his mark. I'm not sure if he's playing, but they're only going to add more value to the US team. I'm sure it's probably the same for Mexico, who have a litany of players to choose from. But as it's currently constituted, I don't think the midfield have enough of what is required for us to go the distance.
Okay.
But we need to enhance. I mean, Russell looks decent in his cameo. DJ does a decent job. We have Dexter Daps and Hutchinson the 10, but we need some more power, coach, and athleticism in the 8 and the 6 position.
Yeah, that and that's where I'm mainly talking about the central area.
Yeah, the 8 and the 6 is a struggle. If Hector come back, I think Hector can do a decent job, and I know some people don't like Hector, but I've seen Hector up close and personal, and I hear he's playing better. He may not come, but he looked decent the last time I saw him in the Gold Cup 2 years ago, and I heard he's getting regular game time now. So, but we don't have any midfielder who plays in a manner in which, you know what, it gives you some assurance that they can be very competent in the role. I don't see that actually in what we have today.
And I think that's one of the reasons why people keep on talking about Anthony Grant.
Look, I think you should talk about Anthony Grant to say, can he be a good assistant coach for the national team? An experienced player who come and be a guidance on the bench, providing advice. But Anthony Grant's days have been run, just like Gray's days have been run. Gray and Anthony Grant, to me, their time is up. You have to transition from certain players in a coach. Can't keep going back to the well 24/7 when the well is drying. You have to get new water source. And I don't think they're the ones. We are preparing for 2026 qualifications. We need to have some of the regulars coming through still. We start bringing some of the young players, you know, the Lambakees of the world, those are the players we want to see.
And the Splat, you think the coach is gonna
and Splat should be given. I'm not sure the coach have seen Splat enough. Maybe if he gets in the 30-man squad that goes to Australia, we'll see him. But players that should be blooded in. We need those players, coach. Some of the old feet that we have, like Anthony Grant. Come on, Anthony Grant can't run, coach. Why do we keep hearing that name? Very experienced, did a yeoman's job when he came in. Coach's legs are gone.
But isn't he still playing at a high level?
What's that? What do you call high, coach? What's the definition of high?
Playing week in, week out. So is legs that you think are gone?
So if you're playing week in, week out in the Premier League in Jamaica, is that a high level? Oh, okay. What league does Anthony Grant play in?
One league.
Coach. I don't know how you define a high level, coach. Not to knock the player, but I don't know. I don't know what league he plays in. So if you're playing below League One, then, you know, do you still have it? That's the question, coach. If you had it, you'd be at least be in League One. If you don't have it anymore, and it's not like you're going up in a coach. You're going down.
Yeah.
You go from
but
academy to championship to League One, you're going down.
But you know, interesting. We did see a I think we did see a story them must say Chelsea want him to save him season. Save Chelsea season.
What do you mean want to be serious? What do you mean? What money thing? What do you mean?
Chelsea was in a
As a
precarious
coach,
situation.
because Chelsea can't add another player. I mean, coach have no players, and they're not short of players. Coach, players are not their problem. And in fact, they go to buy more players. I heard a bunch of players they're pursuing, including Caicedos of the world. So players are not their problem. Their problem is stability, and they need to reduce the players. Why would Chelsea want Anthony Grant? It must be, you know what, coach? That rumor is all in Jamaica. And I think they talk about Chelsea in some other league. Because you know, there are different Chelseas across the world, coach. I'm sure there's a Chelsea team outside of the UK. It's not the one in London. I'm positive it's not the one in London. It's not the one in London. So maybe a Chelsea you and I don't know about. That is
going they say if I want a journalist, if I cataract. Leader, big up yourself. Big deal, and you ask me if I don't know Ian Frey. No, I don't know him. Seeing clips of him doesn't make me know him. Me look on things differently, you know. As we Cranky says, sometimes I clip out certain part. Then I look on the end result of clips.
You know whose clips I looked at? Why I changed my views on clips, coach? 2 clips. Vera, who we bought from Portugal, and Modric, who we didn't buy, who Chelsea bought. Okay, if you look at Modric's clips, I'm telling you, you'd go buy him for any price. All right? But it's like Usain Bolt run against, no, not Usain Bolt. It's like a athlete run against primary school kids, and you're just like, wow, he's dominant. And then you see him against kids his own age, and you're just like, oh, this is different. This is a class. You gotta be careful about the competition that people are playing in before you draw conclusions about their capabilities. And the Premier League is a very unforgiving league, coach. So, and so is CONCACAF for certain players. So I think Daddy Grant, I'm gonna call him Daddy Grant. You know, we said Daddy Grant. Daddy Grant, because you know he's up there. He's a seasoned player.
You know, he's
I want to call him Daddy Grant, the doctor. But this Daddy Grant we have from the UK, Daddy, I think you should be a support thing for your kids, them, and be an assistant coach. Both him and Mariappa and a coach. Both him and Mariappa big eat up a time.
But you don't think Mariappa gonna make the team, man? I think Mariappa
will be an assistant coach. Maybe as a player coach who don't play, but not as part of the 23. No.
Yeah, but
Mariappa days done.
So why? But if they carry him, then now just carry him so, and not put him on part.
I think the coach want Mariappa as part of the squad because he wants to leverage very experienced players who have been there, done that at a high level, and who still have some playing ability to make up the squad. But I can't see Mariappa playing. Mariappa can't run anymore, coach. You have to carry Mariappa in the defense, you know. You don't realize that? That's why Lowe have to do so much work. Mariappa can't get across the cover for him right or left back if they get out of position. I cover for his DM. No, we appreciate Mariappa's service. Brilliant player for the country. Very good when he was at Leicester. Played in Championship, played in Australia. But at this point in time, Mariappa's days are numbered. Can't play forever in a coach. At some point, your time is up. And I think Mariappa's time is up.
I mean, I tell you.
But no, as you're saying, the midfield is a challenge position, coach, because we can't put hands on heart and say, you know what? We have 3 or 4 players who are fighting for their spot, and they're great. I mean, we had hope that Ravel would have played but Ravel also is a one that I've been a Ravel supporter, but I am moving away from Ravel, coach. I am.
Why?
Because I've watched him play of late and I'm not impressed. Not impressed. I watched him play when he played local in Jamaica the other day, and I wasn't impressed. He doesn't look fit. First, he looked unfit when I saw him play. And he didn't have some of the things that we need in a midfielder. Where is he playing now anyway? So people keep saying he's at DC, but he's not playing.
He's not playing any competitive football. He might be having competitive training.
So he should keep on training.
Yeah, but I don't.
But not in my team. Don't train in my team. I mean, I think if you're just training and you're not playing competitive football, and you're not playing well when I give you an opportunity, you're taking somebody else's spot, coach.
Man, I'm gonna say a backslide from Ravel Church, you know.
Yeah, I don't pass on my coach. If
And that's the thing, you know, Cranky. A lot of people don't like the objectivity, you know.
Hey, if you're not playing well, I can't support you for the team. I support you as a person, I support you as a player. I hope he finds a new club, but not for the national team. I am unbiased for the national team, coach. I don't partial. If you're playing well, you get my support. If you're not playing well, you can't get my support. It's not fair. Not the expense of someone else who's doing better than you, or who has more potential than you show at this point in time. And Robert's not young in the football everywhere. Robert's still getting up there in the age.
And a long time, are a few games now in terms of leagues to competitions to play. He has been without a club and we still try with him. And as a leader,
Yeah, look,
how long can we keep Ravel in our squad, right, without playing?
He has ability. It's not that he lacks ability. There's just something's missing from Ravel. I don't know what it is. There's always something with Ravel for some reason, shape or form. Whether I don't know what it is. He has ability. That's without a doubt. But what you're looking for as a coach in your team, in your system, first of all, you need energy. You need stamina. You need to be working, especially if you don't have as a team, you're not the most technical team. And that level of effort that's required, I don't see it. And then to produce the plays, like he has ability, but I'm not seeing it. So I'm concerned about Ravel actually.
So you really think that the coach is going to just shove him aside?
I think the coach will bring a balanced squad, right? I think the coach will bring a squad of some experienced vets, blending with some youth and some probably newcomers, like a Demari, for example. But I do think the coach will have to make some tough decisions as we move away from the Gold Cup. So to me, the Gold Cup is to blend in certain players in the team to get a core group of players that's going to be the key for the team going forward, and to keep bringing in players who have certain capabilities who will want to join the squad. And I'm sure there's a bunch of English players now who see a coach with pedigree, who see a better organized situation in the national team, who see players coming in with certain pedigree, and players always gravitate towards where good players are going. And some players who may be vacillating on their allegiance to the UK or to Jamaica will join the team. And don't take it slightly that Balogun's decision doesn't affect other people about how they think about these things. When Balogun joined the US, some people would say, you know what? If he joined that part of the world on a team, and I can join a team that has very good players, I can get to the World Cup when my space someplace else may not be guaranteed. So, or even if I could play in the England team, I have potential for it, I'm more comfortable go playing for Jamaica. So we should think about those things, and that's a possibility. But go back to your point around the midfield, which is we need to enhance the midfield. We need to go source players. Like if a Dwight McNeil qualifies for Jamaica, he'd be great on the left as an 8, frankly.
Oh.
If Dwight McNeil to me is qualified for Jamaica, we should go source him as an 8.
But obviously
the fabulous 8 for the national team.
Yeah, but obviously the coach never really put thought about him because he went to England, or is it a case? Because once you don't see them in the 16, I wonder if that is it, or it's just for
but
the.
But I'm sure some players have decided their coach, right? I think the coach is still new, so and we know what the whole passport and citizenship situation. And for somebody's going through that with some relatives of mine in England, it's not 1, 2, 3, right? So the reverse would be Jamaica, but it's not 1, 2, 3 to get your citizenship and passport. You got to go search to find documentation from who knows when, collate all the information and get it into the administrators to sort it out. So I'm sure coach in the next 12 months will get enough players to form an 11 from the UK. I'm almost guaranteed that you're going to see more players coming in just because they see others who have come in. And they know that in 2026, 3 teams would qualify apart from the 3 normal qualifiers. So if you have a really good team, you have a good chance of getting a spot. And frankly,
right.
coach,
Mm-hmm.
if you think about one point of the coach, if you hear when they talk about Antonio or Dexter Daps or Pinnock, they will say Fulham, Jamaica International. That resonates in a coach. All those little things matter. You know?
Mm-hmm.
All those little things and publicity that you don't think about matters. So when these players that we have play the Premier League and do well, it only gets to advertise the country more and more. And as you see from the Inter playing right today with those players playing some good Bob Marley, Jamaica is well recognized globally, coach, and the music is and the athletics. So the country has a name and a profile. On the football, we will get the football with that same name and profile that the athletics has today.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we look at Ravel. What do you think about Kevin Lambert?
What do you mean when I think about him? I don't think about him.
In terms of playing for the solidifying this midfield, because I've observed something in a
I don't think about him, coach. I don't think about him at all.
I observed something. He has been picked and the coach not use him. So I wonder why.
Because I've watched him play in games. He's never present versus ever present. So here's an interesting point. So when you see Grant plays, you see Grant on the field, even though he can't run. He's always stepping in front of people and getting fouled. Because you know he can't run, so he get fouled. I don't see Lambert do anything in any games. I see Speedy in games, and Speedy buzz around, even though he doesn't really tackle. When he gets the ball, he plays. I don't see Lambert does. I don't know if Lambert can defend or attack. Not to knock the player because he get caught in the squad, so he must be doing well with his club team, but he doesn't make his presence felt. If you get a chance, coach, to play the national team, and you want to keep your spot, your presence has to be felt. Either it's your passing range, or you tackle, or you cover ground, or you beat people, or you score goals, or you assist, whatever it is that are attributes that we look for to differentiate you, you have to demonstrate those attributes. I haven't seen Kevin Lambert do anything in any game I watch him play to suggest he warrants a space in the team. And that's not being mean to the player. That's just my view about what I've seen and how I view his capabilities.
All right, so
I don't see him as a viable option.
We have two contrasting comments, or I could say three. One says he's a centre back. One said, or that's Rob Smith. Leader said Lambert is there to make up the training squad, and Giovanni said Lambert does his job.
What's his job? Be on the field? I'm sorry, coach. That's not what I mean, but have people really watched Lambert play? All right, okay, here's a question for everyone. Tell me a game of recent where Lambert has played for Jamaica and he's played really well. Give me one instance where he's gone to the national team, play a game, and he played really well. He said he was a standout performer. I can tell you a game that Blake has played well. Let's talk about local developed players. Blake has played well, where Lois played well, where even Javane Brown has played decent. I'm not going to use the word well with Javane Brown. He's played decent. I can't see, and Speedy has played well. Nicholson played brilliant the last time I see him play, in terms of hold-up play when we played. Who was it we played? I forgot who we played. Maybe Mexico.
He said Mexico, he play well in Mexico.
Play well in which Mexico? Who said that? What
That's
Mexico
Giovanni.
game? I wasn't watch that game. Which game was this? How recent was that?
Nations League.
The Nation League we played against Mexico, Lambert played well? I'm trying to remember. Did Lambert play? I don't remember Lambert playing.
That's what I'm trying to recall if he played.
I don't remember Lambert playing.
Giovanni, you sure same player?
I don't remember Lambert playing. And that's not good either if I can't remember him playing. I know Russell played in a cameo. I know Dexter played. DJ played. Who was the other center midfielder actually in that game? I'm trying to remember. It was Dexter Dapp. It was DJ. And who was it? Ravel was there too, wasn't he? Was Ravel there? I can't recall all the players. I don't remember Lambert playing.
Oh, him gone to one game where we beat US 2-1. Him and Hector did it a long time, that man.
No, we're talking about over the last few years. We're not talking about from donkey years ago. It's probably not even 2 years either. Probably more than 2 years ago. No, I haven't seen Lambert play well enough to say he warrants a spot coach. Not from where I sit. Others may disagree, but not from where I sit. I can't recall him playing a very good game of late.
I to be honest, I have not seen it either. It's not, and it's no
Give me a second,
distinction.
coach. Somebody's ringing my bell at this time of the night. Give me a second, coach.
All right. Let's look at John Russell.
So, coach, for Russell, I thought Russell against Mexico looked decent, coach. But he had a short cameo, right? We can't judge people on cameos alone, but I thought he looked decent and warrant more visibility.
Mm-hmm. So the people themselves will mix up the game, the wrong game. But whichever game it is for me, the man said Mexico home. So when he said Mexico home, I'm thinking the game that they played Mexico in the Nations League away, which is in Azteca. And I don't remember seeing Lambert in that game.
Anytime I see Lambert on the field, I don't remember any instant where I saw Lambert where I said, you know what? He had a very good game. No, he had a good game. I can't recall any of those situations. I know I've said Speedy had a good game. I've said Ravel had a good game. DJ have a good game. I can't remember saying Lambert have a good game. Now, I'm not saying he has got the opportunities that they have gotten, but I can't recall him having a good game. But maybe somebody can correct me and tell me what game that he played or he played well, because I can't recall that.
It's very difficult for us to rate Russell in terms of the amount of games and the time that he played for Jamaica. So he, as you said, it's really a cameo. And
it's always good to have a good cameo in a coach. When you have a good cameo, people want to see more. He had a good cameo.
Yeah.
So if you have a cameo and he looked good in that short time, people want to see more, but it's premature to judge the players and how they're going to fit into the team and how well they play in a sustained competition. So.
The comments say Mexico home. Where's Mexico home? Now Azteca. Come on,
Giovanni. Mexico at home, which is at home in Jamaica.
If he explained that now, it's a different thing. But you say Mexico home. Me I look for Mexico yard, which is Azteca. But you didn't say Mexico away. You said Mexico home. So that me I go by Giovanni. So me could never misinterpret that. Yeah, so John Russell time is too, it's kind of short for us to really put some thing on really evaluating him. But based off what he did, it was not bad. It was good.
Yeah, I agree.
We're hearing about this Ian Frey dude.
I don't know Ian Frey. I saw him on YouTube, but
I don't know him. I've seen a few videos, but that in itself can't allow me to give a true. I have to see him in a competitive game.
Because it's not like he's playing for a team doing well in the MLS. They're the bottom of the league, so.
Exactly.
But that doesn't say much about his playing. Look, I haven't seen him to judge his capabilities in a game. I see him on YouTube, but it doesn't tell me anything.
All right, Speedy.
I like Speedy. I think Speedy's a decent player, but I think the problem we have with Speedy is we need some differentiating qualities, coach, and that not manifesting itself with Speedy. So Speedy is good on the ball. He plays it simple. He puts in effort, but defensively, he's not domineering. And offensively, he's okay. So it makes it tough. But Speedy has always given a good effort and tried and doesn't embarrass himself. So you can't really knock Speedy, coach.
Will he be able to make the 23?
It depends on where the coach want to experiment. If you want to try it and test it and play this competition quite a bit, it's Speedy. If you want to go because the coach he wants to win in a coach. So, he's going to marry experience with inexperienced, but inexperienced have to have the potential. He thinks can be differentiating. So Speedy may make it, but it's not a guarantee because he hasn't played for the coach yet, has he? You know, the coach has played a number of games, and he hasn't played yet. I can't recall him playing, so it may be a tough one for Speedy.
Yeah,
and the question, why wasn't Speedy called the last time that the team played? He wasn't called against Argentina, was he? He hasn't been called since.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Since the World Cup, since the qualifiers, since the World Cup qualifiers.
Yeah, we have not seen him since.
So it may be tough for him to get into the team. But I think Speedy's a decent player. I'm not going to knock Speedy in any way. Speedy keeps it simple, and even though we are looking for more than just keeping it simple going forward, but I think Speedy has not embarrassed himself for the national team.
All right, Daniel Johnson.
I vacillate when it comes to Daniel Johnson in terms of how I view him. I watch him play up close and personal. I watch him from afar. He's a good player, coach. But there's still something missing from his game.
Or has he not been playing in position? Because I think his position is attacking midfielder right behind the strikers, you know.
Well, we have Daps and Hutchinson for that position as well. I think he's going to be playing the 8. I don't think he'll be playing the 10. He's okay. DJ's okay. DJ will be in the squad. He'll be in the squad. So, but it's not like we haven't said anyone. We just get excited. Here's the thing, coach. You want to get excited about players. You call a name and I said yes, but you know the players are something that differentiates himself, something that's unique, something that you know can be the decider, whether it's defensively, offensively, and I don't see that from any other midfielders actually. Right? You know, when you talk about Casemiro for your team, coach, or we talk about our Rice, or we talk about players from those players say, you know what? Yes, I can see that person, and they have certain skill sets that's really going to help me propel me and achieve my goal. The players we're calling are good players, but they're just good players. Decent players.
All right. Talk about what's his name? Splat.
I haven't seen enough of Splat. I haven't really seen Splat actually to make any. I don't know Splat. Comment on Splat actually. I haven't seen Splat in a game for Jamaica in a really competitive environment, so I can't comment on Splat.
Yeah, kind of difficult. I've not seen him. He was supposed to play in the Trinidad game. Never see him. Don't know for what our account, but he has not played. But and that's the midfield that we're looking at. I think the midfield.
So you're saying Russell, DJ, Speedy, Lambert, who else?
Frey.
That's 4 off, huh? Frey, yeah, 5. Even though I haven't seen Frey. I doubt Frey will make it, by the way. But that's just me. So that's 5.
Splat.
6. I don't think Splat's going to make it, but that's just me. And as a coach, I like a chance to see him when he went overseas.
And was impressed.
You went to see him?
No, I'm saying you said unless he saw him and I see
unless he saw him
and was impressed.
Yeah.
So if he saw him and he put him in the team, he must have been impressed with what he saw.
Yeah, or maybe somebody recommended him because they're naming the squad in the coach that I saw. I don't think the coach ever saw them play ever. That's another story. They're players in the 50. I don't know where you see them play, but that's just my thinking that he has another chance to see some players. So that's 6 midfielders, coach. And you can't point there and say any one of them are players that, you know what, get you excited.
And when you look at the opponents, the opponents, midfielders, they look more formidable than ours.
Yeah, US has a bunch of midfielders. I don't think Adams gonna play because he had surgery. McKinney didn't have the best season, so he may be rested. So the US may play a different midfield approach with the Mooses of the world and those players. So that depends on who they bring. They have so many players to bring. Mexico is always good. Canada is always decent. So, but in our zone, obviously the US is the main antagonist, and that's going to be an interesting game in a few weeks. We'll play them. But I don't think they're struggling like we are in their midfield.
No, they're not gonna struggle. And it's gonna be difficult because is it a case we're gonna bypass the midfield again? Because we have been used to that with the inadequacies of our midfield. Will we bypass?
But here's the question:
again?
Is it the inadequacies of our midfield, or is it how we play? So I would say it's the inadequacies of midfield if we're turning the ball over in midfield a lot. But we're not playing the ball to the midfield. We're playing the ball way up front. Low does that quite a bit. So if one is saying the midfielders are not presenting themselves to receive the ball, that's a different story. But we have to give them an opportunity to receive the ball before we can say they're not doing a good job.
I just see a news item. Which Chelsea best player gonna join Arsenal?
Chelsea best player gonna join Arsenal. We're not taking any Chelsea player.
Okay.
I know your team. I know your team wants Mason Mount, but we're not.
Boy, I mean, I tell us, I like that.
We're not. I don't want to pursue Mount. Mount is not a player I rate, so I don't want to pursue Mount.
I mean,
you guys can have Mount. You can have Mount.
I know I will go there, so but
I know how many number 10s you want on your team, but there are too many of them already. To me, Ericsson's not even a true 8, and you have Winey, Mr. Winey in your 10, and you're gonna put Mount in your 10. So where's he gonna play Winey? Out wide? Where he's lost? That doesn't work.
Yeah, so well, the midfield. I hope the coach can make the best of these set of players that we're gonna be having.
I think the coach still need more players. Not more in terms of volume, but more players with skills, differentiating skill sets to be in the team, actually. And I'm like I said before, I'm confident he's going to source those players. Maybe
you mean even after
15,
Gold
16
Cup?
players will pick themselves, huh? Yeah,
after Gold Cup.
Yeah. I'm positive he'll go out and go source some more players after Gold Cup. Because when you go to England, then he's probably going to talk to players. They have to go check to see if they qualify. They got to go get their papers. They'll go through the process of getting citizenship and passport. That'll take a while.
But I'm wondering if he's going to be one of those coaches that chop and change. Because remember, that was one of the problems with the team, Cranky. Too many new players,
I think he'll have a core set of players, but I think they're always going to be tinkering with what we have. Because if players come in and they have certain qualities in the coach, you can't say they can't come.
True.
People talk about, I heard, what's his name, Chris the other day talking about the World Cup qualifiers in 98. Because we always seem to go back to 98. Right? But I don't think we have to hold on to. We hold on to 98 dearly. But anyway, and he talked about the core. But the core were 3 English players were key to the team. And when Simone got to World Cup, he bringing up a whole bunch of ringers. Right? So even though he got to the World Cup with a team, he brought a bunch of ringers in the team subsequent to qualifying because he realized that playing the World Cup is just different from qualifying. So it's going to be the same thing with this coach, which is if he brings in players and better players come along, he'll have to bring them in as long as they qualify. He ain't saying no. Unless he puts a cutoff point to say, you know what?
Yeah.
6 months before we start qualifying for the World Cup, I'm not changing my team. So if you want to join now, you have to join. It's a different story. And even then, he may see some players playing really well You say, you know what, this Stewart is firing, or Paris is firing really well. They're playing at a high level. I got to bring them in if they're not in the team that he has today. So you can't never say never.
But could it be you get commitment through what you call it now? Verbal commitment. So he has not, well, the process is for them to now get their documentation to their passport. And once that is done, then they will be a part of the system going forward. So, for example, I'm not saying a Reece Nelson had committed, but what if you would have convinced a Reece Nelson, and Reece Nelson would have said, all right, I'm going to come, and then the paperwork start to look about. That would be, he would have been a part of the thing because you would have made a verbal commitment.
I don't think verbal commitment is worth anything until it materializes into actual commitment, which means you play a game and you no longer can play for another country. That's to me is a commitment. Because even when you play a game, coach, you can still change your allegiance. Mm-hmm. So I think that's what we need to look for. Now, I'll be comfortable with a Reece Nelson because I think if Reece is saying I'm not Zimbabwean, I'm Jamaican, Reece is sending a message. I don't care what anybody says. Mm-hmm. Anybody come on and say, no, I'm not this, I'm this, they're telling you something that, you know what?
Yeah. Come and get me.
I am Jamaican, come and get me. That's a call for you to come and get it. So I think if we approach Reece, I think Reece will be somebody we can pursue, frankly. So as long as he can find his papers and get his papers, I think. And to me, look, I think Reece has a lot of potential. He's had a lot of injury problems, but he just signed a new 4-year contract with Arsenal, or he's signing one. So, and you know, Arsenal is a very good team, as you know, coach. As you know,
as I know what.
Yeah. As you know, we beat you this year, so you know, very good team. And we came second.
Remember, good is very relative still enough.
I can't say very good because we didn't win anything, coach. We didn't win anything, so I can only say good. We won nothing. Relative.
Good is very relative, so I won't fight you on that one.
No, but somebody like Reece would have competition for the wing play, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we have Graham Bailey out there and they're not playing well, Reece. I think where Reece will take a spot, either Bailey or Gray's spot. Actually, I think if Reece comes in the team, he's going to take one of their games. If both are the starters, he's going to take one of their games.
Is it because he's an Arsenal player?
No, he's a much more direct player, and he's learned to make good decisions. So when you're playing out there, he's learned to keep the ball, not give it away cheaply, make a decision when you have it, assess situation, make smart decisions versus, you know what, dribbling in a rabbit hole or making bad passes. Nah, he's learned. So long as the players are supporting him and in good positions, he's going to get them the ball. And if you watch him play this year when he wasn't injured, he played well. In fact, some people are calling for him to play in some games that Saka played in because I believe Saka was overworked and Reece would have had something different. And Reece also go on the outside. Some players just like to cut in, but they play on the opposite wing of it. Reece like to go either side. So no, I think he'd be a good addition for Jamaica. Okay. And I'll predict he's going to be the starting left winger for Jamaica.
Okay.
If he joins the team, I'm predicting he'll play over Gray and play over Bailey. Actually.
Okay. I hear you, Cranks.
Yeah, no, he's a good player.
Yeah, man. You know, I plan to have a short show tonight, you know, Cranky, because guess what?
Not a problem.
I'm coming from a track meet, and we kind of from morning till now. You understand? So
it's that time of the year where athletics take precedent in a lot of cases.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Is that a what, like 12-year-olds, young kids or adults?
Yeah, under 15 or 15 and under.
Any potential kids for Casey?
Don't ask me that.
Because you know they're restricting foreigners from joining the programs. You know, we have to search more internally, coach. We have to start do more research internally.
But
Get some of that talent.
as the talk about that, Cranky, what is happening at KC?
I'm not in the know, but I'll say this, which is, you know, like how you have Abramovich from Chelsea, just fire people who no coach can work with. That's how we operate. We have too many cooks in the fire up here.
Me hear say your big coach resign.
I don't know why. I'm in a chat, but I get in the chat. I haven't gotten any information that says why that happened, what transpired. So.
After winning the league, Cranky. No, he never. Oh, them no win nothing.
He didn't win last year. He didn't win last year.
Sorry, he never win nothing.
Yeah, and you have to win every year. You know that, go coach. You have to win every year. Can't talk about you lose.
Right. After having such a good team.
Yeah, but I think JC with their imports were the better team, frankly. I think JC were the better team.
And the JC coach is on the cusp of winning another another trophy.
Who's on the cusp of the JC coach?
Yeah, name a Whitmore assistant, man.
Oh, yeah. So you think who you picking to, before we conclude, who you picking to win tomorrow?
It's a tough one to me, you know, because if both teams are firing on all cylinders, it's gonna be tough. I think I give Mount Pleasant the edge. Yeah.
I'll say this though. I think Speed has done a brilliant job with Cavalier, because every time I watch Cavalier, the players always get injured. Players gone overseas and still just keep on trucking. Bunch of young players and they're still playing well. Still get the semifinal and final. So you gotta give Speed credit. He's doing something right.
True.
Mount Pleasant, I'm sure Mount Pleasant has more resources than he does.
Yeah.
And so no, I think you have to give Speed a lot of credit for the program he administers and manages and the coaching that he does for his team, because somehow, some way, shape, or form, he get his teams into playoff contention and they play decent. So, mark of a good organization and good management and good coaching.
Yeah, but some persons wanted to extend beyond just the local, you know, because when we get to the other competitions, Caribbean wise or CONCACAF wise, we're not really holding the bull by the horn.
Coach, we talked about this before, Coach. We talk about Anthony Grant, and I said, what league is he playing, Coach? The level of a competition determines how well you do when you step up in a coach. So you play against players who are at the same level that you are, you look good. When you have to step up, it's a different story. So that means the league is not where it needs to be. But it's not only the teams, it's if they're winning the league, and when they go to the next level, next competition, they don't do well, then the standard of the league needs to improve to allow the players to play at a high level. So when they transition to other competitions, they can do well. So I don't think it's just Speed and Cavaliers. I think it's more of the PL standard needs to improve, actually.
Yeah, but if you are the top man in quote unquote one of the top man, and you matriculate and you still can't do certain things, is it just a standard or just what we are doing?
At certain level, coach, I think it's just players. I know people want to give coaches a lot of credit and kudos for certain things. But sometimes coaching comes down to players and their ability. If both coaches are equal in terms of competence, then if the players differentiating qualities, some of the system helps, strategy helps, but a lot of times it comes down to players and their quality. So you could have all the strategy you want, but if I can't execute, it doesn't make sense. I think the standard of play in the league has to improve. So when the teams go from one league to the next, they go in the CONCACAF league, they can compete. It's about the players, coach. And Cavaliers team is always about a bunch of young players, too. Which also doesn't help when you have mostly young players, you know, have a lot of senior people have been there and been on campaigns and been there, done that.
Jason Gould.
I'd be curious to know how much players he has, turnover he has every year. I bet he has about 50% plus every year. which doesn't bode well when you're trying to compete on multiple fronts. But I heard Gould the other day, and they seem to have a friend rival between his team and the other and Tapa's team. So we'll see.
Yeah, because they played 2 times in the Premier League. They're Mount Pleasant 1-1, and the next one drew, and it's the same thing in the Links Cup. So anybody win this one now has all the bragging rights for the season.
Right. Yeah. I don't know the team well enough to say, because I've watched them play a couple of games, but not enough to make an informed decision about who will win. I hear a lot of people think that the St. Anne's team is a favorite. So we'll see. All I know is that someone's going to be elated and someone's going to be disappointed. That I'm sure of. One team is going to be very happy, and their fans, and the other team will be very sad, as we saw with Inter and Man City today. When it comes to a final, that's how you always see it. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. I think a lot of people are changing for the St. Anne team because they've been around for a while and they haven't really won.
Yeah.
But I think Cavaliers will not go without a fight.
And it's the same thing with City, you know. I see him, so it might be a one of those situations, but I guess who play the better game on the day.
No, I think it's who score more than the other team on the day. It's not necessarily a better game. So you can play a better game and still lose.
No, in playing the better game, you go execute on all those major areas, you know.
Depends on how we define better, coach.
Well,
if I create 20 chances and you create 1 and you win, did you play the better game? I didn't take any of my 20, you took 1.
No, because you create your 20 chances. My defensive section of it stood up to your chances.
No.
My goalkeeper was brilliant. My defense was good enough to ward it off. Of course.
So you're saying the Miss Lakata today was brilliant goalkeeping and defending?
No, but I pressure same way.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, coach, it doesn't mean it's mean I just missed. I was poor in my execution. It could be that you didn't play good defense that gave me those chances in the first place, but I didn't take any of them. So I do think it's not always the better team to me who wins. I guess the team that has, when the end of the game, has more goals than the other team.
Yeah, true. Because goal win games, don't.
Goal win game. That's all it's all about. Outcome. In finals, it's all about outcome. If you play poorly, as long as you get the win, nobody cares about how poorly you played. All they say about you have a trophy. Nobody cares. So.
Yeah, that's
true. I know you gotta go, coach. So I'll say good night.
Yeah,
I'll say this, which is, I'm looking forward to the Gold Cup. I'm not going to the Gold Cup.
You're not going this year. How come?
No, because if I go to the Gold Cup, I want to go to all 3 games, and I'm not flying to Chicago and to St. Louis, which is God forbidden place, and out to LA. I'm not doing it. I thought about going to the Chicago game, but I changed my mind. I'm just like, you know what?
St. Louis is Missouri, right?
Yeah. Nobody go to St. Louis.
Okay.
No, because when it was like in Miami, when they play all 3 games in the same location, that worked out really well. I could combine it with my vacation, but I can't take off a couple of weeks and just go one spot here, one spot there. That doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
I still vacillated about when I should go to the Chicago game. I said, you know what? I'll just pass this time around. Hopefully they come to the Tri-State for a quarterfinal if we make it, and I can get to a game. But
all right.
All right, sir. Have a good night.
Yeah, man. You too. And thank you very much for joining, people. We're about to close the show. Definitely thank you very much. It's the second round, Jason. All right, we can see how that one they're gonna. So, people, big up yourself. Stay safe. Until next time. Tomorrow night, another show. Sorry for those who are just coming in and we're about to leave. You know what I mean? But big up yourself. Stay safe. Until next time. Peace. Out.
Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.